In this second tutorial we learn how to record the details of the communities. We are on the home page and again we can go to the community session, clicking here or organizational chart, community. As you see, there is nothing here because there are not community recorded. So to start to include the first one, you have to click on include and start to record your details. Again, in this page that is almost the same that you have seen for the province, you have only one compulsory field with the blue star, that is the name of the community. And but this doesn't mean that the other details are not important. All of them are important, but since there are differences among the provinces, region and nations, we have kept the system as much open as possible. So try to fill all the fields if you have the information and according to the decision that you took in your province. First, name with blue star. This is the shortest name that you can use to identify the community. Very often is the place, is the name that among you in the province immediately when you is enough to identify the community. You only here you need to let us see that we say Casaletto. That is enough. We don't need Casaletto community. Casaletto, and we repeat exactly the name here in the Portuguese one. Only here you need to repeat it because both has to be filled and there is no translation, the name remains the same. Then business name, you can leave it except for those community where there is a different institution. For example, there is a school, so you could record it here, the name of the school. But generally speaking, business name, fiscal number here has to remain empty because are only for the province. So you can jump here and in community name write the name that you would like to display, for example, on an envelope. So if you write a letter and you put in the envelope, which name you put here? In Italy we would put Giuseppe, in English, Sisters of St. Joseph. Other they put St. Joseph Convent, etc. This is the name to be displayed on if you write a letter to this community, and only you consider only English. Here again the street, square, etc., the house number, the zip code, the country. If it's Italy, you don't select anything here. If it's another country like, for example, India, you select then, for example, the state, no? And then the town, no? In this case, nothing is Italy, and then the town is Rome. And then here we don't have, but if it was close to Rome, a little town in the periphery of Rome, we would have written, for example, Ostia, no? And the neighborhood, the district is Rome. Okay. Then additional information again, add anything, block, floor, second floor, third floor, etc. Or if needed. Nothing here because usually we don't have website for the communities. And then you go to primary contact. Primary contact, who is the local animator, local superior, how do you call her? But at this point, it's important that you don't feel this because, again, the system will give you the possibility later when we record the sister to record the proper sister here. Let us say I use my name, that I want to put as a local animator of Casaletto. Maria Pia is not there still, otherwise I could have choose her. I take my name, Okay, don't look to what my computer is showing, sorry, because when he saw my name it appears other things. Let us use another name. We can use one that is recorded. So is Arshita. Let us say that is Sister Arshita. As soon as you write her name, you will, if the system proposed the list of Arshita, he knows, you select the right one and it uploads the details. We choose one that has no many details. Let us see Cecile Coutinho, for example. No, it's Cecile. See, immediately, as soon as I upload Cecile Coutinho, all her details appear. So, at this moment, since you are starting, to do this work, simply don't write anything. Don't feel this jump the primary contact. And go straight to the open date. The open date is the date when the community starts, and the criteria are the same: day, month, and year. Let us say that is today. Casaletto is open today. Today is 23rd December 2020. Let us see. And again, if you have only the year, for example, Casaletto, who was open in 1936, I guess. And we don't remember, we don't have recording of the real day, we will write 1st of January of 1838, for example. And then include, and you have created the community. I don't do now. As soon as you include, the community will appear in the list here. I don't do now, but I enter with another user, and then let us use Nagpur, for example. And Nagpur has recorded already 23 communities, so if I click here, as I've done before, I see the list of all the communities. Let us open one, and see the short familiar name. Nothing here, okay, belongs to the province of Nagpur. The community name, in this case, is a senior care home. Then the address and all the other details. He has already primary contact and general information if you have. A recommendation, never write a full word in capital letter. Write everything only with the first letter in capital letter and the rest in small letters. Never full words in capital letter. Another important recommendation, do not repeat the same information in different places. So if I have written Santiaven here, I will not repeat Santiaven Senior Care Home. Because at the end all this information will appear in the address book together. So if you repeat the same information in a different place, you will read twice, and this is not what we want. And the other important thing is that when you want to when you include more than a phone number, more contact channel, internet channels, um, separate them with a semicolon to be displayed as a drop down.